There had been a lot of talk in the filmmaking community that Harold Ramis had been quite ill for quite some time, but it still came as quite a blow to hear that he had passed away early Monday morning at the age of 69. He was a Chicago guy. He went to Senn High School. He was a Second City guy. And then, of course, he had tremendous success, first in New York with National Lampoon's Radio Hour, and then, of course, as a filmmaker who had one of the most impressive streaks of any comedic filmmaker in the history of movies. From Stripes and Caddyshack and National Lampoon's Animal House and of course Ghostbusters through Groundhog Day, whether as a director or a writer or a producer or an actor or some combination thereof, Harold Ramis is what I'd like to call a first ballot Hall of Fame comedic legend. His films were just so funny but also so smart. The dialogue was great. He could do the really raunchy, R-rated, for teenage boys type comedy. But then could also construct and craft some really smart and interesting dialogue, and he had a great touch as a filmmaker as well.
That's my favorite drink.
Mine too. It always makes me think of Rome, the way the sun hits the buildings in the afternoon.
One of my favorite Harold Ramis scenes, when we're talking about Harold Ramis as an actor, actually happens in Stripes, and it's not with any dialogue. It's when John Candy talks about how he swallowed a lot of aggression and a lot of pizzas and talks about why he joined the Army.
Join the Army.
And Harold is just next to him, reacting in wonderfully exaggerated facial expressions, and it's just such a great piece of comedic timing. He was a really good, underrated actor who knew how to play the straight man and the setup man. He was a great writer, terrific director. Groundhog Day now routinely appears not just on the list of the greatest 100 comedies of all time, but often among the 100 greatest movies of all time. One of the great things about the Harold Ramis filmography is so many of his films have what I like to call the repeatability factor. Even if you've seen Caddyshack or National Lampoon's Animal House a dozen times, if you're clicking around and you come across it, you stop and you say, oh, I'm just going to watch this for 2 minutes, and you end up watching the whole thing. Groundhog Day, of course, is a movie with scenes continually being repeated, and yet when you watch it more than once, more than twice, with each repeated viewing, you really come to appreciate the film so much more.
You speak French.
Oui.
He was a Chicago original. He was a true gentleman. He'll be greatly missed.
I got you, babe.